this other screen beside you, I think I would just quietly leave and maybe ask for my money back. I don't know that I would have consulted the news over it. I think it was a poor decision. And I think if enough people would have left and asked for their money back, they probably would have decided against it the next day. I'm guessing. Or maybe they were just trying to give the parents something to watch while they were giving the kids something to watch. I don't know. I'd like to welcome JSR Radio to the chat, and Allie, it's good to have you in here as well. I'm doing very well. I'm working on being awesome, JSR. Thank you for asking. Smooth Moves playing woman porn beside a child show on cleaning products. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it, Allie. Now, we've talked about Cindy Crawford. We've talked about SpongeBob SquarePants and 50 Shades of Grey. See, where else can you get this much so quickly? Now, in a little while, I know I keep teasing you with stories, but I'm going to talk about, hang on. I haven't said her name in a while, and it's, I was getting better. I was getting better, but in a little while, we're going to, this is going to be good. In a little while, we're going to talk about Lady Gaga. Okay, I need to give me a second. Definitely. I got to see the chiropractor tomorrow. I threw my back out on that one. But we're going to talk about Lady Gaga in just a little while. Evidently, she's getting married soon. So I did want to bring that up. So that's coming up as well. 50 Shades of Grey, I mean, is it that big of a deal? I've never read the books, but I mean, are they making a mountain out? Is it one of those situations where they're making a mountain out of a molehill? What do you think? Let me know in the comments on the Chris Top program, like in the chat box, or go over to the Facebook page, Twitter, and you'll have to do that if you're listening on Stitcher or if you're listening on iHeartRadio, because you're not hearing the live broadcast. So if you ever want to talk to me live, just come to thechristoprogram.com and you can just let go your whole life story right there in the chat box. Okay, now this particular story, I find it incredibly disgusting. And I'm mad. It makes me mad. And you're going to have to pay attention, because when I get toward the end, I'm going to tell you, I mean, it makes me mad anyway, but the last statement, and I think you pronounce her name Sameta. Sameta Doherty is her name. That's Sameta, I'm going to call her Sam. That Sam makes, it just drove me up the wall. Absolutely drove me up the wall. What do you think? All right, now, police, they arrested an Ocoee couple on child neglect. There should be different degrees of child neglect, because I think this would be like the red, hot, white hate degree, I think is what this would be. Charges last week after investigators found that they were housing 6 children, 6 kids in a garbage-ridden, roach-infested home with no electricity. Now, when the cops got there, they smelled a strong odor of dirt and animals coming from the home, and found the 6 children who appeared to be soiled and not bathed in quite some time. Now, Sam, who's 25, she was caring for the kids with her husband, 33, and she told the police that she did bathe the kids with a towel from heat from the grill. Like I guess she would warm water on the grill and then dip the towel in that and I guess bathe them. Now, in the house there was a dog, I guess 3 dogs, cats in the house. and they had a pig in the backyard. And the house itself was actually being powered by a generator. Evidently, they owed the power company like $2,000, so they cut the power, I guess, when they couldn't pay it. Now, the children were dirty from head to toe, and this is what one of the detectives said. As I walked through the house, I gagged. I had to breathe through my mouth to prevent from throwing up. Now, the detective said that there were trash bags that were overflowing with rotten food, insects spilling onto the dirty, stained concrete floor, as well as bugs and roaches crawling on every surface, including every surface that includes the beds and the couches, right? Now, there was a cooler that had dirty water in it, 15 cans of beer, and I think beer is a staple when you can't afford to turn your electricity on, isn't it? I mean, shouldn't you always have beer in a bag of chicken nuggets when you can't afford to turn on your electricity? Isn't that, well, let's see. Do we want to have heat today? Hot water so the kids can take showers? Or do we want to buy beer? Oh, obviously it's beer. The detectives, they called in other officials who deemed the house unsafe and a fire hazard, and they ordered it evacuated and condemned. Okay, now this is what Sam Doherty told police. This is what really drove me up the wall. I wonder if maybe there was more beer there and maybe she'd had a few too many. Well, I drink the beer to keep warm because we can't afford to turn on the electricity. The pig out back, I know things are a little disgusting, but we were planning on killing the pig and cooking it, but we can't cook it now because we don't. Oh, wait, we do have a grill. We're going to have bacon. We're going to live on bacon, chicken nuggets, and beer. Okay, Sam, she told the police, are you ready for this? Sit down. Maybe take some sort of a downer. Go ahead. This is the only time I'll ever tell you to take a drug. Go ahead and take a Valium. All right, Sam, sit down. Or see, she didn't. She may have been sitting down. I don't know. I want you to sit down. Sam told police, and this is a quote, blame society for not helping her keep her house in better shape. Oh, so it's my fault. Oh, it's my fault, Sam Doherty. You can't keep your legs closed. It's my fault. Oh, okay, so anytime the Chris Top program comes on, I open my legs and I have sex with this guy, and we have more kids that we can't take care of in the first place. Let's just blame it on society. Oh, and just in case you're wondering, just in case you're a racist hypocrite, these aren't black people, these are white people, okay? Just in case. But yeah, she couldn't keep her legs closed, so therefore she's blaming society for not helping them keep their home in order. Is that not the most ridiculous piece of crap you've ever heard in your life?
The Top, broadcasting live to at least 3 people on Spreaker.com. Hello, dorks of the world, and waba to all. That zombie apocalypse is quickly approaching, kiddies. Right this minute is the best time to look for the closest dork safe house. Why don't we ask little emo Timmy where he's gonna go when the zombies come a-knocking? Oh, wait, look at that zombie go, eating what few brains little emo Timmy had left in his head. Remember, be a dork, be proud, be hip, and waba.
I get Dollar Shave Club blades delivered, so I always have a shave with a fresh blade. Does that make me a genius? Yes. Yes, it does. I use the 4X, aka the Lover's Blade. Just go to thechris.program.com and click on the Dollar Shave Club link, and you will never spend a fortune on shaving again. You might look at it as a great close shave experience, but I look at it as one step closer to being awesome. We are out of control. And when I say we, forget about the borders. Forget about the oceans that separate us. This is a worldwide epidemic. We can continue to turn our faces and look the other way. We can continue to ignore the problem. But by the time I finish this sentence, more than 3.7 billion hashtags will have been used. What can we do to make a difference? What can we do to ensure the survival of the hashtag? I'll tell you what we do. We simply shit. Won't you please join me today in the fight to save hashtags from extinction? Trust me when I say this, a little shit goes a long way. We, the people of the world, need to take up arms today to ensure the future is bright and riddled with hashtags for our children. Can we all please just join hands and shit for the future of our kids? The following public service announcement was brought to you by Shit. Save hashtags incoming termination. Next time you tweet, hashtag shit to everyone you love.
This has been a Chris Top production.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
Mr. Top.
Take it from the top.
You, my friends, are absolutely positively 100% for sure in the right place. This is the Chris Top program, and I'm the one and only Chris Top. I'd like to welcome Don to the chat. I haven't seen Don in a while. He's a good buddy of mine. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. So we've got Don Landworth in the chat. We've also got Miss Allie Top, and we have JSR Radio in the chat. Yeah, I don't know what was happening. I think, I was trying to broadcast yesterday, and I was blaming it on Spreaker. I was like, oh, darn you, Spreaker. And then today when I went on, I realized that now, whenever I start a new show, it actually refreshes itself on my webpage, which it didn't do that before. So that's where all the confusion was coming from. But anyway, I'm past that now. And now it's time to talk about Lady... Okay, I've got to pull it together. Lady Gaga, she's getting married, evidently. She's marrying a guy named Taylor Kinney. And it's not the same guy behind Shake It Off. He's not the actor from the Twilight films. His name's Taylor Kinney. Is he blind and deaf? I don't know. Anyway, she's 28. She announced her engagement this last Monday. She posted a picture to Instagram, so I'm sure you can probably tweet it. What kind of man does it take, I guess, to marry Lady Gaga? I will never know because my mind, it can't go there. I can't wrap my brain around that. What kind of person it would take to marry Lady Gaga? I mean, it would take quite the man, I think, to marry any superstar because, I mean, you've got to deal with it. You've got to deal with the paparazzi and the red carpet and just everything that a star has to deal with, except you don't get you're the guy behind the scenes. You're the guy that sort of is in the picture, but the picture's centered on the star. So, I mean, it would take a special person, I guess, to just marry someone like that. But then on top of it, it's Lady Gaga. I don't know. I don't know if I could handle it or not. I really don't. Now, I am a dork. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Now, I have this story that I came across, and I want to share it with you. I know it's not Valentine's Day anymore. I know it's gone. But I came across this story, and I couldn't just let it go. I wanted to make sure you heard it. Okay, hang on a second. Okay. This touched me. And I read a lot of stuff online, and I believe it all, because you can believe everything you read online, trust me. But I want you to pay attention to this. Now, a Wyoming woman, she lost her husband, married 28 years. She lost him to brain cancer last year. All right? So, okay, and I want you to pay attention. Shelley and Jim of Casper, Wyoming met at church in 1984. They had a fairy tale romance and even went to Disneyland in California for their honeymoon. And I'm trying not to cough while I read this because I've got this cold. It's just like, ah. Now, her husband was very much a family man. He was 52 years old. They have 2 children, The kids are now 27 and 25.